Evening folks, hope you're all well and I find you're all in good spirit. Been thinking a bit lately after I did a bit on grip the other day on finger care. Arthritis and the like is quite common in grapplers and some of the strikers, believe it or not. I struggle badly in my right hand with arthritis. As most people know, my right hand looks like one of the Meow Brothers' right hand, one of the Meow Brothers' hands. So I've had to work around methods and bits and pieces to try and keep my hands working. Okay, they're not the best, but I've come up with a few ways of doing it. There's several ways, a couple of the ways. Bought kit from Amazon, I believe, 6-8 quid, something like that, or Ghetto. Okay, roughly the same thing. Kit from Amazon, got a hand crusher. There you go. Do exactly the same thing with a tennis ball. A lot less playing a tennis ball, still does the same thing. Set of bands for the fingers. I find these really helpful. Just put them on there, stretching your fingers out, gives them a bit of resistance. Same thing with an elastic band, like that. I must admit, I've got a couple of elastic bands on the gear knob in the car, and if I'm sat in traffic for a while, take them off and it really frees my fingers up. Okay, egg, do the same thing, a bit like a stress ball, roll it through your fingers, okay. Do the same thing with a tennis ball, it's not as easy. Power ball will be better, but I didn't have one on the hand tonight. Alright, I find using them before I go training and when I come home. If you stretch at home, just chuck some of these in at the end of it, alright? One thing I'm going to be controversial with, I don't believe in taping fingers. I think if you tape your fingers, the tape takes the impact, you're doing more damage to your fingers. The only time I tape my fingers is, as you can see, my little finger, fairly broken, that's about as straight as it gets. I tape it to my finger so it doesn't stick out. I may put a bit of tape on that finger as well, just to remind me. Because believe it or not, when you're rolling, sometimes you forget all about it. And the last thing you want to do is just jam your hand into the floor. A bit of tape on there just reminds you. I don't believe in taping fingers. A lot of people do, and that's their prerogative. Just give it a whirl. It may work for you, it may not. Alright, I'm not a doctor and I'm not an expert. I'm just saying what works for me. Hope this was of some use to you folks. I'm going to hopefully run through a few bits in a minute. Grabbing the gi. Dan did that really good grip thing the other day, a little video in that, but when it comes to grabbing the gi, I have to grab the gi differently to most people nowadays due to my fingers. So I'll pop that up. If anybody finds that interesting, just let us know. If anybody's got any questions about anything to say, just either mail me or just pop them underneath the video and I'll answer them as quickly as possible. Thanks for your time folks, have a lovely evening.